I heard these verses before.
Go back to Revelation 14 and 12.
Conflicted until what it says. I'm
gonna just read it again.
You know what I'm saying? I know what it says. It says.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna read it again, brother.
The 10 Commandments in the
No.
Right?
It didn't say keep the 10 Commandments. All right, you gotta listen. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and 11. Quick precept.
Of God and by faith. Right?
And the faith of what?
Of God.
No, it didn't say that. Right? Give me Ecclesiastes 5 and 11. Ecclesiastes. Right? You gotta listen, brother. If you come up here and you have sincere questions, then you have to do your part and due diligence of being attentive.
I am being attentive.
Right?
I'm trying, but y'all hopping from scripture to scripture.
You gotta follow along, right?
I'm trying to follow along. That's why I'm asking for clarification.
Okay, all right. Listen to this. Listen.
Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 11.
Yo!
Be swift to hear.
Don't just ask questions.
Be swift to hear.
Don't just read off your phone.
Be swift to hear.
Be swift to hear.
And let thy life be sincere.
Right?
And with patience.
Don't just rush.
And with patience.
Don't take your time.
And with patience. Give answers.
So you have to be swift to what? To hear. Right. So you got to listen attentively and carefully.
I am.
Right? Okay, so listen. Read it again. Revelation 14 and 12.
Revelation chapter 14 and verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints.
Here is the patience of the saints. The saints are the Israelites. Everybody's not a saint. Right? Everybody can't receive salvation. Right? Go on.
Here are they that keep the commandments of God.
So you're saying you have to read the book of Leviticus and the 10 Commandments. Right? You have over 600 commandments that are found throughout the entire Bible.
Right.
Where most of the commandments are found in the first 5 books of the Bible.
Right.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. It's beyond the 10 Commandments. Right? Go on.
And the faith of Yahweh Shai.
So then you ask, well, if that's all it is, what does it mean if I abide in Jesus or Jesus abides in me? Isn't that the faith of Jesus Christ?
But that's not the commandment that he told us to abide by, though.
What are you saying?
So the commandment that he tells us, but he also told the disciples, is this. And I'm reading to you. Right? And this is being asked some questions. Right? Because this is where my confusion comes in. Right? That's why I'm coming to you. That's why I'm listening. But it says, this is my commandment, that you love one another as I loved you. Greater love has no one than this. This is John 15, verses 12 to 13. He says, greater love has no one than this, than to lay down one's life for his friends. Then it says, in verses 17, these things I command you that love one another. So he's saying in this context is that there's no greater commandment than the commandment of loving one another.
Brother, isn't that key? Give me the book of Leviticus 19 and give me verse number 15. You're going to read 15 through 17. Read this.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17.
Wait, Jesus Christ, what he just spoke, is that something that he invented? And is that a new concept to the Jews at that time? Or is he quoting something that has already been written?
Well, I think he's already quoting something
that's already been written. Right? So he's telling them how to get the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
What we just read in Revelation 14, here are they that keep the what? Commandments. Right. You just read a commandment.
Right.
So if you follow exactly what Jesus Christ said, you are documented and written as for following what's written in Revelation 14 to 12. Okay. They go hand in hand. Okay. So what he said goes back to the Torah. We're going to read in Leviticus 19, 15 through 17.
Leviticus 19 and verse 15. Bring it up. Like it. Verse 17.
15.
Verse 15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. Right. But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor.
In righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. Read on.
Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
Neither shalt thou what?
Stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
Why do you think Jesus Christ said, greater love hath no man than this, than a man lay down his life for his friends? Don't you know that's already part of the law? That you can't stand against the blood of your neighbor? So if your brother or your neighbor is about to die and his blood is being shed, you're obligated to help your brother and defend your brother. And the greatest love is for you to die for your brother. It's not a new concept. It's in the law.
That's right.
That you can't stand against the blood of your neighbor. Read on.
Read it on. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
You're commanded to love your neighbor. Right? Give me the book of Mark 12 and 29. So what you're reading, brother, We're telling you that that's part of the commandments that you have to keep to get salvation. They go hand in hand. Does that make sense?
No, it do. It always makes sense if I'm asking for clarification. I'm reading clarification.
All right.
So that's why I'm asking. Go ahead.
Is it all clarified, or is any more confusion to that?
Not at this moment. No.
All right, listen to this. Read this.
Mark chapter 12,
29.
in verse 29. And Yahushua answered him, the first of all the commandment is, Hear, O Israel.
Hear all nations.
Hear, O Israel.
Wait, so again, I overheard you talking to the mighty brother about the Gentiles and salvation. The greater love that no man hath than a man lay down his life for his friends. Who is that love given to? Who is that commandment given to? The Israelites. How come he didn't give that commandment to the Edomites or to these other nations, the Canaanites, the Moabites? They can never fulfill the love and the expectations that the Most High God has. Because they don't know how to fulfill it if they weren't instructed on how to do these things. Those laws were only given to the Israelites on how to love the Most High. Right? Go on.
The Lord our God is
Everybody's God.
The Lord our God is one Lord.
Right?
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength.
Who's the only people that can keep that? That can love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, thy mind, and thy strength.
Israel?
Right, can a white man do that?
I mean, if God can, if he said that he can do it to save the whole world, then
No,
he
no.
not be able to?
But I'm asking, yes or no, can a white man love God with all his heart, his mind, body, and soul?
I don't see why not.
But how do you love the Lord?
By keeping his commandments.
Was the white man given God's commandments?
Israel was given God's commandments.
So can a white man keep the commandments that he was never given, that he has no knowledge of?
Right.
Okay.
Yes or no?
You're not going to pigeonhole me in doing that.
I'm just asking you, brother.
You asking me.
If you're being convicted because you know the right answer, then that's on you.
The answer is because he came to save Israel, but then it says in John 3:16, he came. God loves you.
Let's walk it down again. Let's walk it down again. I asked you, hold on.
Right,
What
so
people can love? Hold on. What people can love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, thy mind, and thy soul? Give me Deuteronomy 6 and 5. Right.
Okay.
I just want you to understand before you go to the next point in John the 3rd chapter. Deuteronomy 6 and 5.
Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 5. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God.
What the Lord say?
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God.
Right. He's talking to the Israelites in the wilderness. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God
With all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
So these laws were given to the Israelites. They're the only ones that know how to love God with all their heart, mind, and soul, because they're the ones that were given the law.
That's right.
They would hold on, brother. Listen.
I'm listening.
They're the ones that were given sacrificial laws. They were the ones given laws to deal with your land and civil laws and moral laws. If I'm completely excluded from the laws of God, how do I know how to love God? Give me John 14 and 15. Get the classic. So how could I be another nation and love the Lord my God with all my heart, mind, body, and my soul? Right? That's y'all together? Y'all together? I won't give you yours, right? I'm married, right? My wife knows how I love her, right? When you're in a marriage, you have expectations, right? And you have conversation on what it means to love someone. You understand? Can't no other man fulfill the expectations of my wife because he doesn't know my wife.
Right.
He's not married to my wife. He would never know how to love my wife, right? Can't nobody know how to love you or love your woman except y'all two. Because y'all have an agreement and a bond and a covenant, correct?
Right.
How can anybody intervene and understand how to love a power that has nothing to do with them?
Right.
To have laws and commandments that were never given to them.
Right.
But yet now these other nations can now love the Lord their God with all their heart, mind, body, and soul when God didn't even give them the laws to love him.
Right.
Here's how you love God. Read this.
John chapter 14 and verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
Read that again.
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
If you love the Lord, you got to keep his commandments. If I wasn't given the commandments, can I love God?
You wasn't given the commandments to love God?
Yes.
No.
No. What's the so-called white man given the commandments?
But that's not.
I'm asking. Hold on, brother.
That's not what the context
Brother,
is, though.
brother, I'm asking
But
you.
hold on, wait. No, that's what I'm saying, though.
Brother,
You're asking
give me
me-
2nd Esdras,
you asking
chapter
me a
3 and
question,
36.
but John 3:16 3:16 says otherwise.
Listen. Before we deal to John 3:16, I'm just asking you a question.
I can't answer that until you read John 3:16 because this is
Hold
otherwise.
on. John 3:16, the white man isn't even in that conversation.
Right.
So hold on. Why? Hold on.
World, though.
But I'm asking you right now about the so-called white man, right?
Okay.
That's what I'm asking you, right?
Okay.
Is he involved in John the 3rd chapter between Nicodemus and Jesus Christ?
I don't remember, to be honest.
He's not even involved in that matter. So I'm asking you right now, if the white man wasn't given God's laws and commandments, how can you love him? How can he love him? Jesus Christ said, if you love me, keep my commandments.
Right.
If I don't have the commandments, how can I love Jesus Christ?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
They do, but
Okay, now that makes sense. Hold on, let's
but then
we'll deal with John the 3rd. I'm gonna deal with it, brother. But we want to deal with one point at a time.
well, that's my only point though.
Oh, we'll deal with that. We'll read that too. Read this.
2 Ezra chapter 3 and verse 36.
know.
Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precept.
Read that again.
Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precept.
So the Israelites were given the precepts. They were given the law of the Most High God. Give me Hebrews 9 and 19. Read on.
But not the heathen.
But not the what?
But not the
What
heathen.
the Lord say?
But not the heathen.
The other nations were given the law. Moses didn't come down on Mount Sinai and give the law to every human being that God created.
Right.
It never happened. If God wanted every human being to receive his laws, he would have done so.
That's right. That's what he made the disciples go out to preach the gospel for.
No, they didn't go out and teach God's laws. Right? That wasn't their mission. They were already given the law by Moses on Mount Sinai.
So
They were teaching them how to come back to the Most High and repent.
So when he told them go into every city, and
Baptizing them and teaching them.
and teaching, right? So what you mean he didn't go out and?
They were, because the Israelites already had the law.
Right.
That's the point.
Okay, so
John, Peter, James, they already had the law.
right. So
Right?
what's the point of them going out to show the whole world?
They're not showing the whole world that you think, brother.
So then who are they showing? This
Brother, we
only-
trying to listen.
So they're only showing. So what I'm
Give me
asking.
Ecclesiastes
So
27
the only
11.
show is the law, sheep of Israel.
How old are you, brother?
How old am I?
Yes.
I'm 26.
All right, brother. You're an adult, right?
Okay.
So when you have a conversation, right, you deal with point A, then you deal with point B,
Okay.
and we move on, right?
Okay.
We're still dealing with Deuteronomy 6 and 5. But you're jumping all over the
I'm not
place.
jumping. I never jumped.
You did. You first
I
went to
never
John the 3rd chapter. I said
Right.
we'll deal with that. Then you
Right.
said, well, what's the point of him going? You're asking multiple questions
Well,
before we could deal with your first question.
Because you asked me a question, so it made me jump to another question.
No, brother. We have yet to read the verse.
Okay, well I'm ready to read it. I'm waiting for you to read it so we can get to the point.
I'll read that.
Ecclesiasticus.
Well, that's not the one you would say you was going to read for me though.
It is. Read that.
Ecclesiasticus 27 and 11. The discourse of a godly man is always with wisdom.
Read that again.
The discourse of a godly man is always with wisdom.
Read it one more time.
The discourse of a godly man is always with wisdom.
Right. So, brother, what's your name, brother?
Ken.
Ken. So, Ken, a conversation between two men is always with wisdom, right? One brother speak, the other brother let him talk. Then the other brother talk, the other brother let him speak. There's no interruption. We're not going to be emotional. We're not going to get carnal. We out here for love.
I don't think it's any turmoil or anything.
No, it's not. But what it is we're going to read it, right? The discourse of a godly man is always with wisdom. But here's where the problem comes.
But a fool changes as the moon.
Right, but a fool changes as the moon. The moon goes through different phases every day, right? It's not static. It's always from here to here to here. So a wise conversation is going to allow us to stick on one point. Then we can move to John the 3rd chapter. Then we can go to all nations. But right now, we have yet to finish the first point about the so-called white man. Did he get the law? Now, and can he love God?
Okay, right.
Now read that real quick.
Hebrews chapter 9 verse 19.
No.
For when Moses has spoken every precept to all the people.
So, hold on. You listening to Ken?
Yeah, I am.
Hold on.
I am.
All right, read it again.
For when Moses has spoken every precept to all the people.
Who's all the people that Moses spoke the precepts to?
Israel.
Was the so-called white man here? Getting the laws on how to love God here?
That's the thing, though.
I'm asking you, was he here, yes or no?
It don't say white man in there. It says
He-
Israel.
Okay, so he wasn't there then.
But it don't say white man or black man in that context.
Who did Moses speak the law to, the precepts to?
This is Israel.
The Israelites.
Right.
Is a so-called white man an Israelite? No.
Do you know what color they was back then?
It's not about colors to nationality.
Right. Okay.
He's an Edomite. They're called the Edomites, according to the
It
Bible.
don't even say their nationality, color, or race, or anything.
It does say it in the Bible.
Okay.
Right?
For when Moses had spoken every precept to all the
And
people,
we trying to get over this point. Right? That we trying to just deal, and we being patient with you, brother.
I'm patient too.
Okay, well, brother, you gotta hurry up, brother. Right? You gotta hurry up and get this.
You can't
Right?
rush
Go on.
understanding, though.
according to the law, he took the blood of calves and of goats with water and scarlet wool and hyssop and sprinkled both the book and all the people.
And what?
And all the people.
So all the people are all of the Israelites. They were all sprinkled and they were taught how to love God when they got the law. If you're not an Israelite, then you were never sprinkled with the blood. You were never bound by the covenant. That's why I use the example of a marriage or a relationship, because you can understand, right? That's the intimacy between you and that other party. So the Most High has a marriage and a covenant between him and the Israelites. If I'm not an Israelite, I was never given the law. I can never love God with all my heart, my mind, my body, and my soul. You understand that so far?
I do.
All right, now go back to go to John the 3rd chapter. Right? So if I'm not an Israelite, I can never love God. You just said you understand.
I do, but I don't. But that's the thing, though, right? Israelite, and then you talking about the Edomites, and I'm just talking about salvation. So I understand what you're saying, as in like only Israel can receive salvation. That's how you're trying to answer my question. So I understand that. But when you read it, it says the whole world, though. It don't say a particular nation.
Okay, all right, let's read that.
Give me John chapter 3.
John chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world.
You asking everything we went into the Sabbath service, brother. We're going to give you the Sabbath service link after this Most High will. Right? Now listen to this.
That he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
So what does that mean? What is your position on that verse?
My position is that Jesus came to save the whole world, and whoever believes in him shall have everlasting life. That's
So
what
any
I
race, any ethnicity, any nationality, black, brown, blue, yellow.
It don't say it there.
All right, now, what does the word world mean? Does that mean, what does that mean?
The word world?
Yes.
We're in the world right now.
Well, what does it mean? Okay, this is where we are. What does the world mean in John the 3rd chapter?
The whole world.
The New Testament was translated from what language, brother?
Was it not Greek?
The Greek.
The Greek and Aramaic, right?
The Greek, right? So the word world in the Greek does not apply to your modern day understanding or definition.
Okay.
The word world means cosmos. It translates to cosmos in the Greek. And we're going to read that for you, brother.
Cosmos?
So, yes, cosmos. And we're going to help you understand what John the 3rd chapter 16 verse is talking about.
Con, this is the word, this is cosmos, G2865.
Right. So where are you reading it from?
He's reading from the concordance, the lexicon.
Lexicon?
Yes. Y'all can look this up on your own. If y'all want, this is the blue. There's plenty of sites. If we add the book, we'll show y'all the book. We're looking it up online. Y'all can look it up online yourselves. All right? You looking it up, sister? All right, go on.
It's like I read the wrong number. This is Strong's G2889. Cosmos, right? It means an apt and harmonious arrangement or constitution.
Every human on the earth,
An apt and a harmonious arrangement or constitution.
entire population of mankind.
An apt and a harmonious arrangement or constitution, order, government.
An order or a government. So when you have a harmonious constitution of things, it thinks things move in sync. They have similar attributes and characteristics. So, like we used the example earlier, you have the world of fashion, correct? You have the world of sports. You have the sea world. You have the world, the world of wrestling, right? You have all. You said what? You have all these different worlds, right, brother? Aren't those separate worlds, and they're all independent of one another?
Okay.
That's what the word world translates to in John the 3rd chapter. It's not every human that ever lived. Give me John 17:9. We're going to show you that, brother. Right? Give me John 17:9. You looked it up? Y'all see it? Y'all find it?
We found something. She's gonna look into it.
Okay, yeah, look into it, right? Be the church of Berea. Right? Bring that up.
John chapter 17 and verse number 9.
Now listen to this, okay?
I pray for them. I pray not for the world.
Read that again.
I pray for them. I pray not for the world.
Jesus Christ so loved the world, or the Most High so loved the world, but then Jesus Christ said, well, the hell with that. I'm not praying for the world.
Right.
Why is he saying he's not praying for the world right here?
Are you telling me that it wasn't for it?
No, well, I'm making the point that the word world has to be kept in its proper context. Because you can't say that I so love the world that I'm going to send my son to die for the world. Then when he comes on the earth to do the mission, he said, the hell with that. I'm not praying for the world. So that would be a contradiction.
What chapter is that?
This is John chapter 17 and verse 9. Right? John 17 and 9. So the word world in John 3 and 16 has to be kept in its proper context.
You say John 17 verse 9?
Yes, John chapter 17 and verse number 9. Right, give me Luke chapter 2 and 1. Come on, let me get this real quick. Hold on, drop that. Give me Luke 2 and 1 and give me James chapter 3 and 6 real quick. Listen to this.
Luke chapter 2 and verse 1. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed.
That the what?
That all the world should be taxed.
Did the Roman Empire tax every human that was alive? Or did they only tax people in their empire? But why does the Bible says that all the world should be taxed?
We're already talking about where they're at, though, right?
They're talking about the Roman Empire.
Okay.
That's a harmonious arrangement of things because they're all in subjection to the Emperor of Rome.
Right.
But it said all the world. So the word world does not always mean the entire universe or every individual that is alive. You have to keep it in its proper context. James chapter 3 and 6. Let me get that.
James chapter 3 verse 6. And the tongue is a fire.
What the Lord say?
And the tongue is a fire. A world of iniquity.
What is the tongue?
A world of iniquity.
The tongue is its own world. You have multiple worlds. The tongue is its own world. The Roman Empire is a world. There is a world that evidently Jesus Christ refuses to pray for.
Right.
In John the 17th chapter, give me Hebrews 11 and 3. You have multiple worlds that were created at the exact same time. Right? Let me get first Hebrews 11 and 3. Who got it?
Hebrews 11 and verse 3. Through faith, we understand that the worlds,
No, that the world, singular.
that the worlds,
That's plural. Through faith, we understand, the Israelites understand that the worlds, W-O-R-L-D-S, that the worlds,
were framed by the word of God.
how many, there was more than one world, right? That was framed by Jesus Christ, correct? That's what the Bible is teaching you. When you understand the Hebraic mindset of the Israelites, we've always understood. We were talking about this earlier. We've always understood that there were multiple worlds. But when you're in Christianity and religion, you're taking an American approach.
I'm not a
Well, brother, I'm just saying in general, not necessarily you, but our people, a lot of people take their understanding and they use their modern day linguistics and vernacular to understand a book about a Hebraic people. So it's always going to be a rift right there. You understand that, kid? Right? Now read that. We got two precepts.
St. John, chapter 18, and verse number 20. Jesus answered him, I spake openly to the world.
What did Jesus Christ say?
I spake openly to the world.
Did Jesus Christ go to South Africa? Did he travel to China? Did he go to Madrid in Spain? Did he go to Australia? Did he? No. But why is he saying, I spake openly to the world? Who's the world that he spake openly to?
You're telling me Israel, right?
I'm asking you. Who did Jesus Christ speak openly to when he was alive?
He came to save Israel.
Well, brother, hold on. I'm just asking you a question. Who did Jesus Christ speak openly to when he was alive?
To the comparison nations around him of Israel.
Hold
right?
on. Let's try it one more time.
Right, the tribes. He went to each nation.
What nation though?
Israel.
The Israelites.
I just said that.
Okay, all right, brother. Okay, my bad.
The nations inside the. Well, remember the Israelites were scattered amongst the nations.
So when he was alive, he spoke to the Israelites, right?
And he also spoke to the non-Israelites as well.
Okay, hold on, read it again, son. I'll be stumbling again. We was there, brother.
No, but he did though.
Hold on. Hold on, read on. Read it again.
I spake openly to the
I'm
world.
going to tell you what the world is.
I ever taught in the synagogue.
What is that world?
I ever taught in the synagogue and in the temple, whether the Jews
All nations.
whether the Jews,
Even heathen.
whether the Jews always resort.
So the world that Jesus Christ was talking about was the world of the Jews. That's the world. Bring it up. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 1 and verse 2. Have in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he have appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. No, just one. The worlds. Made the worlds. So, is more than that? Bring that up. Psalms chapter 90 and verse number 2. It says, before the mountains were brought forth, or ever, thou didst form the earth and the world. So you have the earth and the what? The world. There are two separate creations from the Most High God. The earth and the world. Here in this world, in America, we were taught that they're the same thing.
Right.
You understand? We were taught that by definition, the earth and the world are the exact same thing. The Bible makes a distinction.
Right.
You have the earth and you have the world. We have shown you that there are, through multiple verses, that you have more than one world. You have more than one cosmos. Right? Now listen to this. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 18.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 18. He shall put on righteousness he shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, the true judgment instead of an helmet.
Right.
He shall take holiness for an invisible shield.
The Most High is going
To use the elect of the Israelites for his weapon of revenge. Right? Go on.
His severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword.
Now his severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword.
In the world.
And the what?
In the world.
Lord say.
In the world.
And the world
Shall fight with him against the unwise.
against the who?
Against the unwise.
So God said he's going to use the world to fight against the unwise. So how could everybody that's alive be the world? When the world is going to fight against the unwise.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. One, I don't read the Apocrypha because it's not canon. I only read the Bible. So I don't read the non-canon part of the scriptures. I only read the canon part of the scriptures, which is the Bible.
So what? Hold on.
So if you read it from the, I'm just being honest.
All right, brother. Say your piece. Say your piece.
I don't read from the Apocrypha, which I'm giving you context for. So I don't really follow the Apocrypha scriptures. So when you read from it, it's kind of like, well, how does that correlate with the Bible?
Do you know about the history of the Apocrypha?
I'm listening. No, that's why I'm listening.
Okay, all right. Now look, brother. This is the King James Bible.
Okay.
This is the 1611 King James Bible. This has the Apocrypha in it. It has the Old Testament and the New Testament and the Apocrypha in it.
Right.
The Apocrypha was taken out, well, not by the Israelites, it was taken out by the Protestant Church.
Right.
The Protestant Church was decreed by the Roman Catholic Church to take that out of the Bible. You can look at this. It has and it's in the Old English. This is before the letter J was even popular. You understand? So you have 15 books. Can the brother show them the table of contents? Just so y'all can see that for edification's sake. Right? Brother know what the table of contents is? It's like the 10th page or... Right? We're going to show you that. So, not to divert or deviate, but the Apocrypha is originally part of the King James Bible, brother. Yeah, that's the actual King James. The 1611. Your modern day editions in your New King James, they're actually missing books. They're missing 14 to 15 books that they took out. That's the actual King James Version, the 1611 edition. And most Bibles, the Geneva Bible, the Great Bible, right? The Bishop's Bible, a lot of those Bibles had those additional books in it. But it wasn't until the Protestant Church took all those out. So when you have your NLT or your NIV or your ESV, they're missing books out of the Bible. Right? Significant history of the Israelites. Now listen to this. Look at this, brother. Just check it out. Right? You see, you got the Old Testament. You got 39 books in the Old Testament, You got 15 in the Apocrypha, and you have your 26 books in the New Testament. From Genesis to Malachi, 1st Ezra to 2nd Maccabees, and it picks back up in the New Testament from Matthew to Revelation. You can get this. I mean, the price is going up now because people are beginning to find out. I mean, it's getting very expensive. But that's the original Bible, right? Nevertheless, even if you didn't agree with the canonization of that verse, I read you 5 other verses that also prove that there are multiple worlds, right? So in John the 3rd chapter, what world is that talking about?
You're telling me the world of...
Give me Isaiah 45 and 17.
You're talking about the world where you talk about that...
Yes, for God so loved the world. Is that the world of the Roman Empire? Is that the tongue that's a world of fire? Right? Is that the... What world is that? Here's what's going on. Isaiah 45.
Isaiah 45 verse 17.
Bring it out!
But Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
All nations.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed.
The Israelites shall not be ashamed.
Nor confounded.
They're not going to be confounded.
World.
What are the Israelites?
World.
What are the Israelites?
World without end.
The Israelites are their own world. They're their own separate world. And they're forever. They're eternal. They're without end. So John the 3rd chapter, you have a conversation between one Israelite, Nicodemus, and another Israelite, Jesus Christ. And what are they talking about that entire chapter? They're going into the history of the Israelites. What happened in the wilderness, how Moses created the serpent of brass, how it was lifted up, that whosoever looked upon that serpent of brass lived. All of these things were talking about the Israelites. So that's why Jesus Christ just came out and said that God so loved the world, because they both knew what the world doesn't know now is that that world was always the Israelites. They've always known that, brother. It was common knowledge that the world in the Bible was only applicable to the Israelites.
That's right.
And not all heathen or all nations. That's why they're excluded from the prophecies and the promises. So the point is, I'm showing you how even a so-called white man, they can't love the Lord. You said, well, what about John the 3rd chapter? John the 3rd chapter is backing up my point because John the 3rd chapter is showing that God so loved the Israelites. That's why Jesus Christ was sent, for the Israelites to reconcile them back to God by means of being an animal sacrifice.
That's right.
You understand?
No, I get that. I get
All right.
that. I just don't agree.
Okay, well, what don't you? You understand it, but you don't agree with your own understanding?
I know, I understand where you're coming from. I just don't agree where you're saying. So I can get why it's like that, but I just don't.
What don't you agree with?
I just don't agree that he only came for the lost sheep of Israel. It's only. I just don't agree with that. I agree that he came for the whole world.
How many gates are there in the kingdom of heaven?
One gate, right?
Oh,
Give me Revelation chapter 21 and 12.
The reason why I'm saying it is because
Hold on,
the
brother.
scripture it don't signify this Israel because it don't make sense for Paul to come for the Gentiles if Jesus only came for Israel. If that's the case, they already had their Savior within Israel because he made Paul to go out and preach to the Gentiles to give them salvation.
Okay, all right. Now listen, where did you learn that there's only one gate from?
I just guess. I don't know. That's
But how did you get one? Why didn't you say 2 or 3?
I just said one because it was a guess. It didn't come from no like.
Well, that comes from Christianity, bro.
Right. Oh no, it don't.
No, it does.
No, it don't. Because I didn't say one gate because of Christianity. I'm not.
I know that. I know you didn't say that. I didn't hear you say that. But I'm telling you, that's where it comes from.
Right. Okay, but I didn't say it because of that though.
But that's in our people's spirit. Now I'm gonna show you something. And that one gate that you're talking about, how many people can walk in that one gate? All nations, all races, all ethnicities. No matter your height, your color, your weight, all people can walk through the one gate.
If you say one gate, if you're trying to say that I'm just saying one gate, I'm only saying one gate because you asked me, so I guess.
What I'm asking you, in that one gate, there's people that can enter and exit. What people are allowed to enter through that gate and go into the kingdom of heaven? All people that believe in Jesus Christ?
Of course.
Okay, I'm going to show you what the Bible actually says. Revelation 21 and 12.
This is Revelation chapter 21 and verse 12.
Right.
It had a wall great and high.
What the Lord say?
It had a wall great and
So
high.
the kingdom of heaven has a wall great and high.
And had 12 gates.
So it had one gate.
And had 12 gates.
Why do you think there are 12 gates?
It's because in Revelations it speaks about how Jesus, how when Judgment Day come, not Judgment Day. I always forget the word.
Read on.
It tells about how
And at the gates, 12 angels.
And that's the 12 tribes first.
Okay, hold on.
And then it says the 12 tribes. It tells us about the 144,000. Then it goes on and tells us how there's also a great multitude that follows behind them.
Hold on, let's read on. 12 gates. It don't say that. There's a great multitude that follow behind them, brother. It don't say that right there.
No, not there, but I'm
Hold on, I'm reading.
say the 12 tribes, and it breaks down the 12 tribes that's going to.
Hold on, read
I'm
them.
going to show you.
And at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon.
What the Lord say?
And names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
So
There's only 12 gates for the kingdom of heaven. For the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. There's not one gate like you said. There are 12 gates that are exclusively for the 12 tribes of Israel. That's the kingdom of heaven. Now, believe it or not, brother, the kingdom of heaven is actually a people. Right? It's actually a people.
right.
What people are literally the kingdom of heaven?
Said, I'm assuming Israel, right?
Well, why are you assuming Israel?
Because you're saying
Because it's the Israelites, bro.
Israel.
Give me Daniel 2 and 44. Give me Matthew 11 and 17. Give me Luke 12 and 32.
Like I said, I'm here to learn.
Right, brother, we're
not to dissect. So
Right.
when I'm questioning you, I'm only questioning for what I read.
But it seems like you're not here to, like when you go to school, right?
Right.
You come with a clean notebook.
Of course.
You don't have a clean notebook right now.
Well, that's the thing, though. So I'm coming to you as a humble person trying to learn. But when you're asking me something, and when I'm trying to understand scripture, it kind of convolutes. That's why I say I understand what you say. I'm not saying that what you're saying is false or not right or anything like that. I'm just not going to put it out there and say it's true because I had to go back and read
See,
myself.
there's true as false, brother.
It does say go back and read the scriptures for yourself. So what you're reading to me and what you're telling me, I'll go back and do my homework and read and make sure. But I just can't agree right now because what you're reading, I still have to read the context of what you're reading.
Well, we read the context of it.
I have to read the context of all.
Well, you got your phone and you following along, right?
I'm trying to. You going from chapter to chapter. I'm trying to follow as long as much as I can.
All right, now listen to this. I'm gonna get a few more. Read that.
Okay.
I got it.
Daniel 2 and 44.
Daniel chapter 2 and verse 44. And in the days of these kings
in the
Days of these modern day kings we dwell in,
shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
there's a kingdom that's being established right now, which shall never be destroyed. There's not a kingdom that's going to fall out the sky and manifest itself because God is setting it up right now.
Right.
Read on.
Which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
Hold on, read that again.
And the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
God said that this kingdom is not going to be for other people.
That's right.
It's not going to be for everybody.
Right.
This kingdom is not left for other people. Who's writing this? Daniel. What was Daniel's nationality? He's an Israelite. He's speaking about the Israelites, and they are the kingdom, and their kingdom shall not be what?
Slack it. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
They can also be in there.
And the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
The kingdom shall not be left to other people. How does God feel about the other people?
I'm assuming from he don't like the other people.
Is that it?
No,
I don't like bananas, brother. I don't like, squash and certain things, But how does God feel? You may assume, but let's read 2nd Ezra real quick. Chapter 6 and 54. So you gotta actually.
And where's this from? This is from
It's in the Apocrypha.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
It's also in the book of Isaiah, the 30th chapter, 15 through 17. Right? But it's clarified in the Apocrypha. Right?
I'm listening.
Okay, all right, good. 2nd Ezra 6 and 54.
2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse number 54.
You can. This verse, amongst many, is one of the reasons, or many reasons, why they took the Apocrypha out of the Bible. You about to hear something that you've never ever heard before.
That's right.
Now listen to this.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
We all come out of Adam. Everybody knows that. Adam and who? Adam and Eve, right? Go on.
And the people also, whom thou hast chosen.
The chosen people come out of Adam too. Who are the chosen people? The Israelites. Go on.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
The world was made for the Israelites' sake. That's what Ezra said.
Our sakes.
Right? Go on.
As for the other people.
As for the what?
As for the other people.
These are the other people we read about in Daniel 2. Who are the other people? Everybody that's not a what? The Israelite. As for the other people,
which also come of Adam.
So what?
Thou hast said.
God has said
that they are nothing.
That what?
That they are nothing.
God said if you're not an Israelite, you're nothing. Go on.
But be like unto spittle.
Like spit.
Straight like that.
Or spittle. You don't care about the spit that they spit on the ground. You don't gather it up, You don't treasure it. You don't put it in your pocket, right? God said the other nations are nothing. They're like unto spittle. Read on.
And has likened unto the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Like a drop that fall out of a big bucket of water. Do you stop and care and cry about that one drop that fell? Oh, you keep it moving, huh? You don't even pay it any mind.
Right.
You got a lot more water left.
Right.
The hell with that one drop. You can't do nothing with it anyway. Read on.
And now, O Lord, behold these heathen. These heathen.
These what?
These heathen.
These what?
These heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing.
See, what you got to understand about God, brother, is that God has always hated the other nations.
Right.
And God doesn't change. Does God change, brother?
Word no.
So what did God do for the Israelites 4,000 years ago in the days of Moses? What did he do to the firstborn of man and beast?
Did he kill him?
Weren't those children allegedly innocent? They did nothing wrong. 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, newborn babies. Pharaoh, that's Pharaoh's problem, right? God says, I hate these Egyptians so much, I'm killing all your sons. Why did God do that to innocent Egyptian babies? And then he changes. I love the Egyptians and they can now be saved. Make it make sense. Didn't God send Joshua to essentially colonize and do an ethnic cleansing on all, commit a genocide? A genocide on all Africans, all Canaanites. He told them kill everything that breathes. Burn everything they have. Destroy their property. Burn their children. That's what God said do, not even to the Egyptians, to the Canaanites. Didn't God say that?
I'm listening.
I mean, did he say that? Are you aware of that?
No, I'm not.
Okay, Deuteronomy 7:1, brother. See, you got to know the Most High. You can't hop into the New Testament and now think God loves everybody. And you have to understand how God always is. And he's never changed. He's in the volume of the book. His demeanor don't change. His character don't change. His mission don't change. His people don't change, brother. Right? Listen to this. Read it.
Deuteronomy 7 and verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it,
Right, when you go into the land of Canaan,
and cast out many nations before thee,
no, you accept them. I'm going to love them too.
and cast out many nations before thee.
Right? The Lord said, it's people in that land. I don't care about them. Cast them out when you get there. Read on.
The Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites,
and the Amorites,
and the Canaanites,
and the Canaanites,
and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
Listen to this.
And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them.
What the Lord say?
Thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them.
Read.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
Don't make no peace with them. It's actually a sin to make a covenant with the heathen. Right? To be their friend. Go on.
Nor shew mercy unto them.
Don't do what?
Nor show mercy unto
I
them.
hate them so much. Don't you show them no damn mercy. If you show them mercy, I'm not showing you no mercy. That's what God said. The Most High God. But now in John the 3rd chapter, Jesus Christ said, to hell with the God of the Old Testament. I love all people now. I love all of the nations now. Everybody can be saved. Why couldn't they weren't saved back then? Why kill them all and commit a genocide? Wouldn't that be bugged out? That would be a wicked power. To murder and kill all children, women, and then change them out. That was kind of an accident. Why don't you go ahead and save them now and they can be saved? Just believe. No, brother, it don't work like that, man. The Most High don't change. He don't change from the Old Testament and now he changed his mind in the New Testament. Right? Read on. It's a little bit more than that. Go on.
Read it on. Neither shall I make marriages with them.
Don't even marry a woman. They're horrible. Read on.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son,
No interracial marriage.
nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you,
What happened if you show them mercy?
so will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you.
What happened if you want to save them?
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you.
It's actually a curse. The Lord said, "Cursed be the man that keepeth back his sword from blood." You actually be punished and plagued with diseases and death by God if you don't take your sword out and thrust the heathen through, brother. Right? We don't. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you?
And destroy thee suddenly.
Right?
But thus shall ye deal with them.
Here's how I'm going to show you. When you see these other nations, they're not Israelites. You see their babies. You see their children. You see their cattle. You see their men. Here's how I want you to deal with them. How would you deal with other nations, brother? Would you go into another land and just destroy it? Or would you go in there and kind of just, befriend everybody and teach people the gospel? What would you do?
I will go into that nation and teach the gospel.
Let's see what God said to you. Read on.
But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars.
No, show them mercy.
Ye shall destroy their altars.
Teach them the gospel.
Ye shall destroy their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy
He
God.
said, you're going to do this because you're not like them. You're going to murder and destroy all things they have because you're holy and they're not. He says, do this because you're sanctified and they're not sanctified. For thou art an holy people. That's a preposition.
Okay.
Hold on, there's a little bit more of that. For thou art a holy people to the Lord thy God.
The Lord thy God hath chosen
He
thee
chose y'all. He chose us. He chose the Israelites.
to be a special people unto himself above all people.
Everybody the same.
Above all people.
Everybody get equal.
Above all people.
Everybody bleed red.
Above all people.
That are upon the face of the earth.
Who is above all? Hold on. I know you got a question. We're going to answer it. But who's above all people on the earth?
I'm assuming Israel too.
Well, they're not assuming, because it says it right here. There's no need to assume when this text is right in front of us. So who's, according to Deuteronomy 7:6, who's above all people?
Israel?
The Israelites.
Okay.
So everybody's not the same. The Lord, they weren't the same in Egypt. The Lord killed all the Egyptians, and he didn't just stop at that. He killed all of the Canaanites, all of the Midianites. There was a slaughter, a bloodbath, a genocide that was on the Israelites' minds as they inherited the promised land.
That's right.
What did Og and Bashan do?
Right.
Sihon, all these Canaanite kings, they had men had their thumbs cut off, man.
Right.
They big toes cut off.
Right.
You had men that were lynched and burned alive, man. Joshua killed more heathen and non-Israelites than anybody that ever lived, man, at that time. So one thing y'all have to understand is that God doesn't change.
That's right.
And if God doesn't change, his people are the same.
Right.
Right? His people are the same. Now you got a precept, King?
Yeah.
Bring it up.
It's the book of Judges, chapter 3, and verse 1.
it out.
Now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel.
To save them.
To prove Israel.
So after the Lord sent them to destroy all of the heathen, he left a few people there. Why do you think God left them there? Let's find out.
By them, even as many of Israel that have not known all the wars of Canaan.
So you had Israelites that went into the land, but they wasn't equipped in war yet, right? Because their fathers already killed a lot of people. So the Lord left a remnant of heathen there. For what purpose?
Only that the generation of the children of Israel might know, to teach them war.
Do what?
To teach them war.
Save them.
To teach them war. At the least, such as because knew nothing thereof.
So God left heathen there as punching bags. They were punching bags. I'm going to leave these heathen there so you can kill them and learn how to sharpen your sword. See what it feels like to cut their jugular vein. See what it feels like when that head gets chopped off. Don't be scared. I'm leading them there. You messed up? That's okay. You got another one right here. Right, get that one. Oh, you messed that one up? Okay, you got another one right here. Get it right. Okay, that's the 8th one. Come on, you keep messing up. Thrust them through. Get it right. Good job.
That's right.
That's why God left heathen there. This is the God that we believe in. Now, if you're a Christian, you believe in the same God. A lot of people don't read these verses.
Right.
All they read is God just loves you and Jesus kissed me. Let's walk down the road and he loved me. And that's how people understand the Most High God. Because in their mind, maybe not yours, in their mind, somewhere deep in their conscience, this is what they're worshiping.
Right.
They don't know that the Most High God is a so-called black man.
That's right.
And his name is Yahweh. And he has an afro and a beard.
That's right.
And woolly hair.
That's right.
And he's a man of war. That's what our people believe in. I mean, tell me y'all don't believe in this. Please, do y'all believe that this is Jesus Christ? Yes. Okay, but what does he look like in the Bible?
See here, a man with wool hair and got eyes of fire as bronze, right?
His eyes as a flame of fire,
Right.
and his feet like into what?
In the brass.
Read it real quick. Right? And I know y'all got some, but listen to this. Revelation 1:14. Whoever got it. Right? This is for y'all. Everything we're telling y'all is for y'all. Right? You said you're curious and you want to know what we believe and things of that nature. Listen to this.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass?
Brown.
Right?
As if they burned in a furnace.
It's light skin.
As if they burned in a furnace.
How dark was the Lord?
As if they burned in a furnace.
So dark it looked like he got burnt in the furnace. He's a so-called black man. He looks like you and I.
That's right.
Everybody in the Bible are so-called of significance are so-called black people.
That's right.
So if Jesus Christ is a so-called black man, wouldn't Joseph, wouldn't Mary, John the Baptist, Peter, James, John, wouldn't they all look alike? Wouldn't they all be the same people? Right? What happened to those people? He have a book about a whole bunch of so-called black people. What happened to them? And why does everybody in the Bible now look like white people?
Right.
When you open up the internet, when you look at these churches, when you look in these art books and these museums like the Sistine Chapel and these sculptures, why does everybody resemble the so-called white man? You ever think about that? How do you go from being a book about black people, now everything's about the so-called white man? Was that by accident?
I just think they missed. I think they just twisted the scripture.
Okay, you're right. They did. Well, they twisted the scriptures. But what else did they do? They deliberately, brother. Right? They deliberately. Where's the Russian icon? Let me show y'all something. Turn that around. Listen to this. Look at this. The what? Y'all see this picture right here? You see, this is Peter, James, and Paul, or Peter, Paul, and James. Now, this is from an actual book called Russian Icons, and it shows you all of the original ancient paintings of the people of the Bible, and they're all so-called black people.
Right.
Now, guess what? If you want to buy this book, we couldn't afford it. Right? We don't have that kind of money. That book is over what? $2 grand, $3 grand? It's about $4,000. And it's going up. Why is that book $4,000? Because it shows the original pictures of what the people of the Bible look like. That they'll look like you and I. So it's not even that they twisted the scriptures. They strategically, through their design, they purposely whitewashed all of the images and made them look like Europeans, so y'all can't see yourself in the Bible anymore. Y'all understand? That's what they did. So when you open up the Bible now, you're thinking, oh, that can't be talking about me. I'm a Gentile. You probably thought you was a Gentile. I'm a Gentile. He's a Gentile. We're not Gentiles, brother. Right? We're the Israelites of the Bible. I asked you a question. I said, what happened to all of those people? You know what the prophecy says what happened to all those black people in the Bible? Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Right? Here's what God said is going to happen to those people. Right? Listen to this. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Deuteronomy is in the wilderness, right? You know about that. They got freed out of Egypt. Listen to this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the prophecy to these Israelites is that they will go back into Egypt again. Right? Y'all know the Bible somewhat, right? What were they doing in Egypt?
Wasn't they? I don't want to butcher.
When Moses said, "Let my people go," there you go. Right. Y'all were slaves, or they were slaves. We were slaves. Now God, after He freed them, He told them, if you break the commandments, you're going to go back into Egypt again.
Slaves, right?
Right. You're going to go back into what again? Slavery again. You're right. Read it from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Hold on. I gotta go.
No, go ahead, finish.
All right, read it from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
If you break the commandments, you're going into slavery again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
On the bus.
With ships.
On the plane.
With ships.
What people went into slavery on ships?
Wake them up.
Who was on slave ships being transported?
Those black people.
Black people. Is black people a biblical name? It's a man-made term, right? Your vest is black.
Of course, yeah.
We're not actually black. And your skin is brown. Who gave us the name black? The same man that whitewashed the Bible.
Right.
The same man that stole your identity.
Right.
That took your heritage from you.
Right.
That painted Jesus Christ a white man.
Right.
The same man who knows who you are. I can only know who you are if I'm going to change your name.
Right.
I have to know who you are in order to change your name.
Right.
You understand? So they gave you Negro, nigger, black, Afro-American, African-American, all these names because they know who you really are. And they change your name every 10 to 15 years. They constantly keep you in the days of confusion. They don't change the Chinese man name.
Right.
They don't change the Arab man name.
Right.
They don't change the Korean man name. Why is your name always changing 10 to 15 years? There's something about you that they spend billions of dollars to hide from you.
Billions.
They whitewashed your entire book and changed your name, took away your language. What's your language? Took away your heritage, took away your God. All of this they took away from you. And it all happened in slavery. It's the prophecy in the Bible that we would go into slavery again on ships. There's more in that. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
You wouldn't see your homeland again. On the count of 3, name your homeland. 1, 2, 3. You see that?
See that?
Let y'all be 2 Chinese men and women.
Oh, I'm just more like dissecting and listening to it.
Okay, well, all right. Now you know. Well, what's your homeland?
Is it Israel?
It is Israel. Get that brother a hand. Right? Get that brother a hand.
That's right.
Right? Get that brother a hand, man. It is Israel, brother.
Right.
Right? Now, and we haven't seen that again. All we know is Baltimore, Alabama, D.C., wherever we from. We think we from. Now shall see it no more again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
What happened when that shit finally land?
Ye shall be sold unto your
What
enemies.
happened when you get off that in chains?
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Once you get off that ship, you're going to be sold unto your enemies. Who's our enemies that we were sold to?
Europeans, right?
Europeans, you're right, man. Read on.
For bondmen
For slave men
and bondwomen,
and slave women
and no man shall buy
and
you.
know what?
And no man shall buy
So
you.
that happened, brother. That's our history in the Bible. That we were on ships and we were sold to our enemies. And no man bought us, no man saved us. We still here. So this didn't happen to all nations, brother. This didn't happen to the European man. This didn't happen to the Chinese man. This happened to us. Who is God talking to right here in Deuteronomy 28? What people? Who are the Israelites?
That's us.
Yes, us, bro! We the Israelites, man. Y'all are the Israelites, man. Y'all are the Israelites. Right? That's what we're trying to tell you, brother. When it's all said and done, we're out to tell us, our people, that we are the Israelites of the Bible. You understand? We're not out here for contention and strife. It's our job to patiently deal with our people and let them know that we are the people of the Bible, brother.
That's right.
And you're greater than what they called you, brother. You're not just a basketball playing, drug dealing, gun slinging, weed smoking, Kool-Aid drinking, stepping fetching Negro that they want you to be, brother. You have a heritage that God gave you. You understand? Right now, people are going to celebrate what on the 31st?
Halloween.
Halloween. Did God give us Halloween?
Pagan holiday.
Christmas?
Pagan holiday.
Thanksgiving?
Pagan.
Mother's Day?
Pagan.
All those are pagan, so what are the righteous days God gave you?
Bring it up.
Is it the Sabbath day?
He gave us the Sabbath day. What else he give us?
He gave us the
You said
Passover.
what? Passover. What's another one?
I was just saying resurrection.
Okay, all right. We believe in the resurrection. He gave us the Passover. How about the Day of Atonement? The Feast of Tabernacles. The New Moon. The Memorial blowing of the trumpets. Destruction of Nicanor. Day of Simon. Right? The Feast of Dedication. All those are days that God gave the Israelites. You don't have to celebrate the so-called white man holiday. And his worldly pagan customs. Now you know you have days that God gave you. Mark your calendar. Right? Because the Feast of Dedication is coming up. The 25th day of the 9th month. You understand? You have days. What's your language? It's not English. You have the Hebrew. Right? That's your ancient language that God gave you. We don't wear damn jerseys and Timbs. The Lord gave us meat treats. The Lord gave us, here's a commandment the Most High gave. See what all these brothers got? He gave us fringes. Right? That's the commandment that God gave us. Right? You don't have to eat, what's Negro food? Wings, damn, chitlins, Big Macs, pig feet, hog maw, grits, right? Scrapple. What did God give us to eat? He gave y'all a whole diet. In Leviticus 11 chapter, Deuteronomy the 14th chapter, these are laws that God told you what you can eat, what you can't eat. You can't eat pork. Can't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. Right? You can't eat abominable things, a mouse or a snake. You can't eat these things. This is your heritage that was robbed and taken away from you. That the Most High is giving you back in the last days. The Most High is not going to get off his throne, knock on your door, Ken, and say, here you are. Right? The Most High in the last days is giving this information freely and liberally. But it's up to y'all to take heed to the words of the Lord. We're not giving you, this isn't a performance. This isn't Christianity. Christianity has destroyed our people. That's right. It made us believe that we're equal to everybody, and that we're the people in the entire Bible. That's right. You know how heavy that is? Right. We're Peter, Samson, and we were never taught that. That's right. That's why we grew up wanting to be everybody else. That's right. I want to be Goku. I want to be Spider-Man. I want to be Superman. Right. You wanted to be all these people because you didn't have nobody to be. Right. That looked like you, that was in your neighborhood, that was saving you, teaching you. So in your mind, you wanted to be like everybody else. Right? We got children. Our children, they want to be like Moses. They want to be like Elijah. They want to be like Samson. They want to be like Daniel because they know that we are the people of the Bible. It's not a book of religion and Christianity. It is a book of records and history and prophecy for the Israelites. And every nation has a document. The East Indians, they got their own gods and books. The Muslims, they got, or Arabs, they got their Quran and they got their gods they worship. We have the Most High God. And his name is Yahweh, and his son name is Yahweh Shah. And he's the savior and the redeemer of the nation of Israel.